Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Yeast Proud Nordics. Last episode, we fought the great white whale, or at least the parasite that was inside of the white whale, finally freeing it from the Grieger's control. After that, it gave us a ride here to Ralphos Island, the current stronghold of the Grieger, and we went ahead and cleared it out, making our way here to the final part where supposedly Yurth is just up ahead. And so, in this episode, let's finally get a win for the pirates. But before that, if you guys do like this video and the series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, we shouldn't have anything else to do before we head in here. We do have the new skill we got, Skydrive. It's actually a pretty solid skill for Karja. I think we're just going to hold off on anything else, and let's just hop right into our final boss. Ralphos has been completed. You can see there all of our treasure chests and everything have been got. So let's see. Ooh, is it actually, are we fighting her?
After what you did on Kalon and Fallen, after all your little interferences, you dare sully my fort with your filthy presence? Karja, Adol, how much further must you torment me before you'll be satisfied?
You started all of this when you raided Karnak. Who in hell is this vessel you're after? And why are you trying to find him?
You mind your tongue, girl. The vessel is the one who will become our liege.
Your liege?
We Grieger of the Trident were born into this world from our human liege. And it is they whom we admire and respect above all else, who we long to serve with every fiber of our beings. Putrid whelps like you would do best not to speak of matters you know nothing about.
You were born from them?
Grieger born from a human? How can that be? And if it's true, then why do you look down on us humans?
How dare you even presume yourselves an equal to our liege? No matter the era, you humans never change. You constantly discriminate, categorize, and restrict one another with all your little labels and rules and lines in the sand. In this way, you mask your fears and anxieties, shackling yourselves for the illusion of comfort and safety. Why, oh why, do you so desperately long to cast all your freedoms aside?
What are you trying to say?
I wonder if you might be able to understand, Adol. Human beings live their lives ever at the mercy of someone or something. That is precisely why I make them into my puppets, to liberate them from that wretched existence. Karja, Adol, come join their ranks and experience true freedom.
All right, here we go. The fight against Yurth Dorson, Lustful General. So I'm going to be honest, it has been 4 days since I've last played this. Went on a little trip out of town, so that's why you saw there I accidentally used my the wrong ability to block. I used ZL instead of ZR. So we're going to be a little rusty here. It also seems like Yurth is going to be poisoning us. So I do want, I believe we can purchase poison or antidotes now. So I'm going to go ahead and try to reduce that poison meter on Adol. And let's just try to manage that a little bit better. Now we are, she is level 42, so we are a little bit higher level than she is. So we actually shouldn't have too much trouble with the fight itself. Okay. That's the shield broken. Okay, there we go. Ooh, I got a little scared right off the bat there. We did a ton of damage with that counter. Wow, I am getting really lucky perfect counters here. If you guys remember the first time we fought her, it actually was one of very few fights I've had to retry just because I couldn't really figure out her attack patterns. but she doesn't even have the same attacks now, and I think I'm doing significantly better. But also that was, you know, 3 episodes. That was episode 3. No, was that the very beginning of episode 2? I think it was the very beginning of episode 2. Was the last time we fought her. Ooh, didn't mean to do the break, but that's fine. The good news is, even if she breaks you out of the block, it still doesn't do damage, because you still are getting the block. Oh, no. Oh, that sucks. I didn't get a react quick enough. I tried to do the run. That's fine. We're just going to tank it with Karja. There we go. Well, not really tank it, but we will survive it at least. Let's go ahead, take a little second to heal up both of them. Actually, we'll just only heal up Adol. We should be fine with that. Assuming she only has a one-phase, like she's a one-phase boss fight, we should be done. Like, we're doing so much with the, ow. Turns out she doesn't throw it multiple times if she hits you with the first one. We should be done with this as soon as we get one more max revenge meter. We might not even need max revenge meter, but here we are. We're going to get it right there. And there we go. That's Yurth, supposedly defeated already. Not bad.
You cretins! How could this be? Other warned me that young humans could improve at a rapid pace, but...
Oh, those are wings.
Wings?
Yeah, my reaction too.
Those come from?
You're seriously going to run away?
Shut your mouth! First you scar my face, and now you have the gall to pile even more indignity upon me! But even if you manage to get through here, you'll never make it all the way to the Marine Triangle. The Balta Sea Force will come to know true despair in the waters ahead. I promise you this.
Blood and thunder. You let her get away.
But it's still a victory for us.
Aye. We'll put an end to her for real the next time we see her.
Adol and the others then searched for the remaining Ilmer villagers inside the fort. In the process, several more puppet Grieger were found, purified, and rescued. Eventually, the safety of all the previously kidnapped residents was confirmed.
Thank you so much for everything. You brought my dad back safe and sound.
I'm really sorry you had to go through that, son. I put you in danger all because I wasn't willing to listen to Grandpa and Rogel.
That's enough of that. You probably would have been more willing to listen to us if we'd been better about listening to you. Let's talk things over. Not just about fishing, but about how we'll all move forward from here.
I'd like that, Rogel.
Adol, Karja, we truly can't thank you enough. I shudder to think what might have become of us if you hadn't shown up.
Oh, it was all thanks to your plan.
Well, technically, our plan didn't really work in the end. The only reason things ended up coming together was because of your quick thinking and unwillingness to give up.
Hey, if you ask me, you guys were really impressive holding back the white whale and nothing but a few fishing boats.
It was magnificent. You overcame all the odds like true men of the sea.
You folks sure know how to bring a smile to an old man's face.
It just occurred to me, but are you the rest of the Sandras's crew? Never in all my years would I have expected you to be a gaggle of teenage tenderfoots.
I see. What happened to Karnak? It must have been very hard for you, losing your home. And yet, despite that...
More like because of it, actually. We can't let any more people suffer the way we did.
Gren. Yeah, you're right.
Well, at the very least, you'll always be welcome here in Ilmer. It can't replace the hometown you grew up in. We got all the fresh fish you can eat.
That sounds wonderful! Oh, thank you so much.
Mayor Clement, your town sure has some brave, commendable kids in it. Sometimes it can be hard for us old-timers to remember what it was like to be their age. But when I see them working so hard, it makes me feel like we still have a lot left to give.
I appreciate the kind words, Chief. Having said that, Gran, there's no need for you and the others to be on the Sandras any longer.
What?
Mr. Carpent has informed me of the course of events so far. By the sound of it, you've made great efforts to overcome every hardship within your means. And I thank you for saving me and everyone else you've come across. However, there's no need for you to continue putting yourselves in harm's way. Leave the rest to Adol and the Balta Sea Force.
Hold on a damn minute! We did all this, got this far all on our own. We've learned so much from working with Adol and Karja. And now you want us to just...
Yes, you've learned a lot. I'm not denying that. So why not back off while you're still alive and put that experience to good use? Do you really think you're capable of doing anything against those inscrutable monsters? Yes, things might have worked out for you so far. But are you confident you can continue to face them despite not being able to use mana?
Confident? You want me to be confident? Well, I'm not, okay? What do you mean by confident anyway? Being so prepared that there's not a single chance the slightest thing might go wrong? If that's what I need to wait for, then I'd be sitting around preparing till the day I die! This situation is sink or swim. Why are we even having this conversation?
Excuse me, Mayor Clement.
Mirabelle?
Do you remember back when the town was burning down around you? You came and tried to save us. I think Gren is just feeling the same way you did at that moment.
From what I hear, he pleaded with the Balta Sea Force all by himself to join in and help rescue his fellow townsfolk. It's understandable for a father to worry after his son. But do you truly find any fault in his feelings or the actions he's taken?
Every parent has a responsibility to ensure the safety and happiness of their children. As a father yourself, Chief, I'm sure you can understand that. If you'll excuse me.
Oh my! He went right for the throat there.
The mayor's still the same as ever, even in spite of everything that's happened.
Damn it.
Let's set sail, Gren.
Huh? Oh, you betcha. Let's get everything prepped and cast off.
Speaking of father-son troubles, we've got another problem we still need to deal with. Wonder what he's planning to do now.
Mayor Clement has joined the crew of the Sandras, giving us a little bit of a mana barrier recharge. A new facility, Karnak Restoration, has been added to the Sandras. The recapture skill, Mayor's Duty, has been unlocked. Clement, Karnak Restoration. Yeah, despite him saying it's time for them to not help us anymore, he is going to be doing just that. Handing supplies over to Clement will increase your contribution value. Good things may come to those who raise it high enough. So this is actually the way you're meant to get your contribution value increased, other than just doing side quests. But we can't actually interact with that till we get back to the ship. This is like our last chance to buy anything here. Well, not necessarily our last chance, but if we weren't able to buy anything in the previous time we were here, 2 episodes ago, we can do that now. We can also do some more refitting, but we actually don't have a ton of new things because we haven't got any. I guess we haven't technically got any new characters. So that'll just be our refits, which we can do from our boat. We can grab the heal formula 3 if we haven't already. I'm going to pick up one more antidote just because we just used it. I just want to make sure we have that restocked. This is the box launch, but we of course don't need those right now. Actually, do I have a antidote box launch? No. Okay, I was like, I probably should have used that last episode if that was, or in the last fight if that was the case. And then finally see if he has anything new for us. I believe he's just the fishing bait, which we stocked up on. So, with all of that done, let's go ahead and head back to the Sandris.
Adol, Karja. Rafe said he'd like to speak with you. Do you have a moment to hear him out?
I take it you've calmed down a bit?
Yeah. I'm sorry I jeopardized our operation on Ralphos like that.
Have you worked everything out?
No. This isn't something that can be fixed so easily. I still haven't forgiven him either. But I still have my mom to think about. So I'd like to stay on the Sandris for now, if you'll let me.
I'm sure I'm not the best person to ask this, but why were you willing to go so far?
That man. My dad, Dawson, used to be the commander of the militia, and the best swordsman in all of Karnak. Me and my little brother Mark couldn't have been more proud to have him as our father.
Now that you mention it, I remember hearing the previous commander was a force to be reckoned with. And you say you've got a little brother?
One I was very close to. We spent all our time together. Both of us dreamed of becoming militia members like our father when we grew up. But then one day, the militia tried to crack down on a group of pirates who'd been making trouble in town. His sword arm was wounded during the battle. After that day, he wasn't able to swing a weapon anymore. As a result, he had to leave the militia. Wasn't long before he developed an alcohol addiction. It'd make him violent at times, but we truly believed he'd snap out of it one day. Go back to the man we used to know. Mark and I both held on tight to that hope. It was the only thing that kept us going sometimes. But then one day, he tried to make me buy him booze with the money Mom had worked so hard to save up. And for the first time, I stood up to him, with predictable results. Mark probably couldn't stand seeing him hit me over and over like that. So he offered to go buy the drink in my place. But as Mark ran to the store, a passing Roman army carriage sped by, trampling him to death beneath it. Ever since that day, I've had these dark, murky urges churning around in my chest.
Do Gren and the others know?
My dad was pretty famous in town, so I'm sure everyone knows.
Rafe, I want your skills on our crew, so you're still welcome on the ship. But, speaking as the captain, if you cause any issues while aboard, you'll get zero leniency from me. If you can accept those terms, then you've got my permission to come aboard.
Momina is currently looking after Dawson. As long as she's there, I believe Rafe will be able to restrain himself.
Right. Sorry to have caused you so much worry, Dr. Flair.
There will always be cases where parents and children just can't see eye to eye. But no matter their relationship, there's still a bond between them that can never be broken.
I suppose so.
At any rate, I understand your situation now. Board the ship as soon as you're ready.
Aye, aye, ma'am. Adol. Karja. Thanks.
Dawson has boarded the Sandris. And here we go. Let's go ahead and just make our way over here. And set sail.
At long last, we can finally get to the next region.
I love when he just nods.
Seems like he came to see us off.
All right, Adol. Set a course due south. We make for Specular Bay.
Guess guess those kids didn't need any help from us after all.
The princess has grown a great deal since she began working together with Adol. But I can't help wondering just why the Jarl... No, it's not my place to question. All shall proceed according to the will of Har.
And so that brings Chapter 5, Beacon of Reprisal, to a close. Liberating Ravos Island has marked surrounding terrain and exploration points. Hello, Hugel.
A new letter?
And we get a new message. Now, interesting enough, this actually I don't think technically starts as we can find out real quick. Okay, we are in Chapter 6, Heaven's Mirror. This just hasn't popped up anywhere yet. I don't think it actually pops up till we make our way to Specular Bay. But this is the first time I would say in the game that we just have a ton of side quests thrown at us. Previously, we'd have like a little bit of side quests here, and then we'd do a main story thing, and then a little bit of side quests later, and then we complete some main story stuff, then we get some of these blue markers here. But because we were locked into this zone, essentially until we saved the white whale, we've already completed the entire main story on this map without really being able to do any of the side content. So it just now opened up to us. So let's go ahead and knock it out, starting with our 2 new crew conversations.
Wasn't Mr. Whaley adorable? He even came to see us off. Oh, Mr. Whaley. I sure hope we get to meet him again someday.
Mr. Whaley? What's with the corny nickname? That thing put us through the ringer and back.
Aw, that's all water under the bridge, Karja. Besides, he's just so gosh darn cute. Isn't he, though? Those shoe-button eyes on that giant body? How could anyone resist?
Can't say I see where you're coming from. Then again,
The sea sure is
now that he's
vast.
back to his senses... Mr. Whaley, huh?
About your father, Rafe.
My father? Never heard of him. Honestly, I'm still trying to make sense of things. So, sorry for making you worry, Mom. But would you mind giving me some space?
Just promise not to do anything you'll regret.
Now, we do have some things from Hugel, but because this is right here, I don't want to forget about it later. Let's go ahead and just quickly start this fight. And when I say quickly, I mean we are so strong at this point compared to the other ships in this zone. So just go ahead and quickly tear these guys apart. Where's my last one? Yep, there we go. And we get another wind ley line. We probably won't be able to cover all the side content in this episode. You can see there's also one of those islands we have to free all the way out there. Just so much for us to do. So let's go ahead and quickly, we'll start with the letters from Hugel. We have the Harvest Festival prep. It's almost time for the Harvest Festival on Balta Island. I don't know if we can hold it like we usually do, all things considered, but we should at least make some headway on preparations. We'll be getting into that. That'll actually open up a side quest for us. Next up, we have Brutish Beast Intel. A group of dangerous beasts has been showing up on Kowloon Island, north of Falun. They may bring harm to the villagers if left unchecked. Would you be willing to get rid of them for us? That is another side quest. Strange Domain number 1. This letter consists of nothing but animal footprints. It almost feels like a plea for something. Maybe a certain someone is hungry. That actually doesn't unlock anything right now. And finally, EX Gauntlet Throne. Holy there, Karja. Adol the Red. How goes your investigation? Think it's about time I start getting serious about exploring this island myself. Anyhow, drop by when you've got some leeway. I'll be waiting for you on Oland. That is going to be the Proud Island that we can once again visit and do another gauntlet there. We'll hold off on doing that till we've finished up this area here. We copy all that to the journal, and then we can go ahead and give Karja a gift that we found on the previous island, the Peculiar Har wood carving. You're giving me this carving? Hey, Adol, tell me, is this Har statue cute? Where is this coming from? Well, I remember the topic coming up back when I changed into these clothes in Karnak. Rosa and Mirabelle toss that word around like nobody's business. but it doesn't make a lick of sense to me. How do you tell what's cute from what's not? I think guys and girls have different ideas of cute. Oh, really? In that case, guess it'd be best to go ask the experts themselves. You want to understand what cute is, Karja? I see. Then say no more. We'll give you the full rundown. Rosa, what are some examples of things you think are cute? Let's see. Well, the dolls that I've had since I was a kid, for starters, they mean the world to me. Good. What else? Pickards. Their itty-bitty ears are adorable, of course, but when they make those sweet little noises, I can barely contain myself.
Good for you.
And? Children's faces while they sleep, I guess? Dolls, livestock, and children? So basically, small things are cute. And about the gist of it? That's partially true, but it isn't necessarily so restrictive. I suppose defining cute is more difficult than I realized. How about this? It's a word you use not just when something's small, but when it's so lovable that it tugs on your heart. Right. You see something cute, and your heart just goes, huh? Huh? Exactly. I guess you could call it that gentle squeezing feeling you get in your chest. In that case, I guess the little girl we saved at the lighthouse made me feel like that. Oh, you mean Sashay? Exactly, princess. Sashay is definitely cute. Let's keep it going. Can you name anything else? The white whale too, maybe? You mean Mr. Whaley? I totally agree. Oh, so I'm on the right track? I never thought I'd see the day when we'd be having this conversation with you, Karja. Well, Karja, what else do you think is cute? Adol, I guess? What? Oh, and why do you say that? Well, he's my little brother, of course, but more than that, whenever I see his skilled swords play, my heart goes, huh. I kind of feel like that's a little different. Huh? Really? But did something, I'm not cute at all. I wonder about that. But regardless, I think I just had an epiphany. When the princess here calls Sashay or Mr. Whaley cute, I don't think she's basing it off of their outward appearances. Rather, it's the way they act and live their lives that resonates with and squeezes her heart. The same, of course, applies to you, Adol. Anyhow, I think our conclusion for today is that what's cute can vary from person to person. So if the princess says that little carving is cute, then that's what it is. Hey, you hear that, brother? Turns out cuteness really is a layered subject. Your affinity with Karja has increased because she thinks we're cute. Next up, we're going to go ahead and hop over to the cabin area.
Hey, take the helm for me.
Because we should have something new in stock. Let's go ahead and we can check out Momina, see if she has anything new. Chibi Rafe, sure, we'll just buy that.
Here you go.
Nothing else there from Momina. Carpent Trading, though, he should have the antidote formula for us. Go ahead and pick that up. And then he does sell the next tier of weapons. I mean, it's always worth at least grabbing. So let's do the Black Claw Armor 1, Black Claw Armor 2, Dark Hatchet. We'll hold off on equipping it for now. Actually, I probably should have. And then the Shade Cutter, we'll grab that. And we are once again broke. Then hop over here to the Forge.
Hey.
Let's go ahead and quickly enhance that new weapon we just got. Steely Bones, perfect.
Like a dream, guaranteed.
And then we'll give it to Adol. Oh, can we only get it to +1?
Handles like a dream, guaranteed.
Oh, no. Okay, it's in equip now. Got it. Black Silver Sand. Haven't found any of that yet, but we'll go ahead and do the Shade Cutter. And then we need Black Silver Sand for both of them. That is a good start. We can then dismantle our Buster Edge and Great Axe, as well as the 2 plated armors.
Hit me up.
Last thing I want to do here, other than grab the basic ingredients, we need to restock our potions, but we also need to find
What can I?
the guy who will let me reconstruct. Let's go ahead and use our heal potion there. It's probably all we need to make.
Don't push yourself.
And then is it back? I think it's back up here. Where we can fix Karnak. Yep. Let me see if I can just do it from the common room. I don't think so. We'll just go ahead and talk to Mayor Clement.
for the
contribute
townsfolk.
materials for P points. And this is where we can contribute materials. Now, we're not going to go too crazy yet because you can see here, we can contribute like good amount of things for the most part. We have some usable things, but we don't want to give those over. If we don't decide to use our defrosters or extinguishers, we can do that. Equipment we're not going to be using actually can go towards it as well. So these mana seeds as well as the accessories. Now, something to keep in mind, most of these accessories, or at least a good amount of them, at least the ones we have, these are one-time only items because we haven't been purchasing them. We've just been grabbing them from chests. Things like the charms, I believe you can get multiple of. But just be careful there. And then finally, your rare materials, you can go ahead and trade in as well as some fishing bait. But we're not going to be doing that just yet. So, with everything on the boat taken care of, we're now going to go ahead and start doing some of these side quests. Let's go ahead and return to the helm. And we want to start by actually doing one of the ones we got from Hugo. So we're going to go ahead and head on back to Balta Island Harbor.
Okay, full speed ahead.
So this is the side quest where they wanted us to... They won't have a festival, but they don't know if they'll be able to have it the same way they used to. Let's go ahead and head down here. And talk to Gunhilda. Goodness, just what are we to do about this year's Harvest Festival? This year's? We're still going to hold one like normal? Guess we'd already be well into the season for it if these were average times. It was decided at the thing we had recently. Our piffling little war against the Grieger doesn't have to stop us from carrying on our traditions. We need to get on with the preparations and be ready to start at any time. So said the Jarl, that is. I get it. He wants to boost morale on the island by showing that we've got plenty of leeway. Definitely sounds like an ask Grimson would make. Right down to how unreasonable it is. He really expects you to gather the offerings in a situation like this? What offerings? There are items that we gather every year to offer up to Har in prayer for a bountiful harvest. Normally we would collect them from around Obelia Gulf, but that was before these things infested our waters. It's made procuring things much less feasible than we might have hoped. Everyone's been so looking forward to the festival too, only there were some other way. We will help out. Maybe the Sandras can lend a hand. This is actually the first time I think we've had a medium deadline. Essentially, I think this means you can progress a little bit further, but as soon as we go to the next full zone, this quest would go away. And you wouldn't be able to complete it. Oh, are you sure you don't mind? I had a feeling you would say that, but this is an island tradition we're talking about. If it's a matter of keeping the people's morale up, then I think it's worthwhile for us to get involved. Just need the same standard offerings we prepare every year, right? Yes, fly agarics and henbane blossoms. The Norman people consider them good luck. Fly what? Oh, it's a beautiful bright red mushroom. Be careful though, it's quite toxic. Henbane blossoms are poisonous too, in fact. Handled wrong, they can even be lethal. Imbibing the poison has long been passed down the Norman people as a way of heightening one's fighting spirit. I'm sure that might be hard for outsiders to understand, but it's part of our culture. Oh, and before I forget, we're also going to need bellflowers this year. What? Since when do bellflowers have anything to do with the Harvest Festival? It was per the Jarl's request at the thing. Perhaps he's looking to introduce some variety this year, but with us being in the middle of a war. Oh yeah, well fine. Not like we'll need to go out of our way for it. If we can find the henbane blossoms on Lecto Island, and I think fly agarics are just outside the village on Anchor Island. As for the bellflowers, they grow on Colin Island, I'm told. I feel so much more at ease knowing that you and the princess are on the job. Best of luck to you all.
All right.
Quest Forging Ahead started. So, we now need to go gather those items they were looking for, so let's go ahead and start by heading to the sea chart. And the first ones we're going to go to is Anchor Island. Nope, that's Lecto. Was Anchor Island back over here? Yeah, it was. Okay, let's go ahead and hop over here. This one should be in the village outskirts.
All right, let's go.
Let's go grab the fly agarics first. You can see it marked over there, so we'll just go ahead and start heading over there. Now, I was actually thinking, because I've been playing through the Yeast games in my free time. Now, I haven't played since I went on my little trip, so it has been a while. But I've just recently, just tried using the wrong button there. just recently beat East Origins and then East 1 pretty much back to back because East 1 is like a 2-hour game. Very, very quick. But I think I've said it. This game actually takes place chronologically right after East 1 and 2, which are back to back themselves. Like literally right where East 1 leaves off, East 2 picks up. There's our Fly Agarics. These may be toxic, but I hear the poison itself actually tastes pretty good. Some people even go as far as to say they bring good luck. From what I hear, removing the poison brings the flavor down, so it's a tricky balance. Fancy giving it a try? No, we do not. Next up, we'll go over to Electo Island. This one's going to be... Actually, don't know. We'll just... Oh, I didn't want to start offshore, but we'll go ahead and just land here. But as I was saying, I'm currently about to start Ys 2, probably later tonight. It's going to be another quick game like Ys 1. But I've mentioned that this game actually takes place right after Ys 2. And what's interesting about that is that because this game takes place right after it, Adol, doesn't really have any experience. In fact, he's the same age in this game as he was in Ys 1 and 2, which are the first games made back in, I think the 80s. And that also means that the characters in this game are the first real crew that Adol ever had, which is pretty neat to know. Their newest game takes place right after their very first game. Obtain the Henbane Blossoms. That takes care of the Henbane Blossoms. They were closer than I thought. Wonder if this is where he normally gets them from. It's nothing. Forget it. And our final spot we're going to go to is back over to Cullen Island. This one should be over by the mountain peak.
All right, let's go.
And it should be yeah, back where we started at. So go ahead and cut that. And then, oh, you are, hold on. I can actually deal with this now because this is, no. Stop. I think that was the gold one, right? No, it definitely wasn't. It wouldn't have been that, yeah, it wouldn't have been that easy. I didn't think so. Yeah, dang it. They were smaller. I went for it, but now that we have the time freeze, when we find our next golden cap, we can actually fight it and win. Obtained the Bellflowers. Bellflowers, huh? I guess they're sorta uncommon, but I wonder what we need them for. Oh well, all we gotta do is bring them along. It just about covers all the offerings. Let's head back to Balta Island. We will head back to Balta Island. There is another side quest on Kowloon Island here, but we'll just hop back over here once we're ready. Real quick, Fallen Island. Did I end up doing 100% of Fallen Island? I did. I couldn't remember if I went and got the sinking platforms or not. But now I remember it because I was able to pull off the skip after I didn't need the skip anymore. All right, we have your offerings. After this, we get to go do a little fight. And then after that, I think we're pretty close to just exploring our new sea. I just want to see if we can catch anything new here now that we have all of the bait available to us. Nope. Okay. I think for the most part, we can actually just catch everything going forward, and we should be good. Once we get back to Viewpoint Island, that's going to be a ton of fish we can grab there. Here, we got everything you asked for. All of the offerings were handed over to Gunhilda. Oh my, thank you, Princess. And you as well, Adol. This should be more than enough offerings for the occasion. Now the Harvest Festival can go as planned. Well, it's not as though we're going to hold it right here and now, but I'll make sure to have everything ready to go at a moment's notice. Once all the offerings are gathered, we store them in the Balta family lodge. Would you mind helping me bring them there? Yes, we oughta. Let's hurry up and get this done. Gunhilda placed the offerings in the Balta Lodge's storeroom. Ah, gathered all the offerings, have you? I'm assuming this is her dad? Yeah. And I take it you helped. Glad we had our most reliable flower pickers on the job. That's some cheap gratitude coming from the guy who pushed all the work on everyone else. Well, don't these look fresh. Let's have a little taste. Crimson ripped off a henbane petal and a chunk of fly agaric, stuffing them in his mouth. Hey!
Smooth textures and a rich, savory flavor. Not bad, not bad. I bet Har'll be thrilled.
Jarl Crimson, must I always remind you not to snack on the offerings? We'll set a bad example for the children.
Oh, I do this all the time. Har won't mind sharing a few scraps. How about you, Red? Care for a bite?
Don't mind if I do. Stop. You weren't even considering saying no, were you? Not everyone is as poison resistant as Grimson is. Yeah, but I have antidote if things go bad.
Settle it into the overprotective big sister role, I see. Got some first-rate shield brethren in the making here. Oh yeah, can't forget these.
Crimson casually picked up the bellflowers. Hey, what are you... Are those part of the offerings too?
Offerings? Who told you that? I just hadn't seen any bellflowers in a while and figured I'd ask for some. That's all.
What?
Well, anyway, good luck surveying the seas out there.
Now that I think about it, I suppose he never did specifically say they were offerings. I'm sorry, Princess. My misunderstanding turned into extra work for you. It's no big deal. The fault's clearly Grimson's anyway. Well, now that errand's knocked out, let's get going, Adol. And so, Adol and Karja left the Balta Lodge. Several minutes later...
Sure takes me back. Still remember how much you used to love these flowers. Won't be much longer now. Just you wait, Luna.
Huh? I'm assuming her mom. Is her mom and Lila the same person? Quest Forging Head completed. We get a reward, a box lunch recipe mushroom. We now make a mushroom saute, and our contribution increases by 250. And with that, we now are off to our next destination. We're going to go back to Colin Island. We'll just start on the beach. It's really not... We have to go to the cave anyways. This is definitely not the quickest way. Let's go over to the mountain. It's only not the quickest way because we have to worry about pulling things and grappling. So we'll just hop over here and then head down. We're going to go back inside of our cave. Then we should actually have this is the other Hugel quest. So this is the one where he was saying that there were monsters to defeat on Colin Island. So we'll go ahead and just jump across here. Keep heading down, and then right around here should be our quest monsters. Right here. Let's do it. Fishmen. I think this is the first time... Have we seen this enemy type before? I don't think so. I don't know if that hurt us. I think we still had iframes technically. One of those enemies fell into the water, which is crazy because I don't think we're supposed to be able to launch. Oh, nope, never mind. It respawned. Oh, no, they are just respawning. Never mind. There's a lot of them. Okay. Or maybe it did respawn. Maybe there are just 4 of them outright. But I guess I leveled up there without actually killing an enemy. Oh. Yeah, no, they're just respawning. Okay, never mind. There's a lot of them. So this is just a wave-based fight then. I don't think that was 2 level ups. I think Karja and Adol leveled up individually, because I believe when we were fighting... No, it might have been 2 level ups. I doubt it. But we were level 43, I think, when we were fighting Yurth. That's level 40. Oh, these are level 50 enemies. That's why we're leveling up so much. Okay. I was like, we were only level 43 when we were fighting Yurth. Yeah, it's just a bunch of level 50 enemies, and because we're getting the perfect blocks and doing big damage, yeah, we're just leveling up so fast. Really good way the game tries to keep you on the level curve. I didn't even notice we were so under-leveled for this coming into it. But when you just sit here and block... Uh-oh. Okay, good. It didn't restart the fight. I guess that wouldn't have made sense because you could just farm XP if that was the case. But I didn't know if it would, like, checkpoint us and throw us before we actually started fighting the enemies. Love how we can fall in the water with no issues, but if the enemies fall in, it is an insta-kill. And there we go. Slay the Beasts Colin completed. Hugo delivers a reward. The Gwilgi Amulet. SP cost discount plus 3% and curse inflicted by foes minus 40%. Our contribution value has increased by 150. Okay, so the next one should be... Have I not found the second treasure map yet? I found the problem. We're going to go ahead and head back to the sea chart. And we're going to head back to offshore Colin.
All right, let's go.
And there is a merchant ship we haven't found yet that we actually, I think, might have been able to find earlier. But just north of Colin, over here by this gold area we skipped out on. We should, yep, right over there is a merchant ship that I think we could have found earlier, if I'm not mistaken. But let's grab this real quick and just tear through that ship. I see that these are the red ships, but they seem like they're a little bit bigger than the previous red ships. Yep, okay. I was going to try out our new guns there, but fortunately we're just too strong. And then we'll head over here to our... Well, I want to grab that first. And then we'll head over to this merchant ship.
Looks to be a merchant ship.
Whoopsie. That's just
There we go.
dangerous.
Curio dealer Gregario, not to be confused with the other guy that looks extremely similar to him. So, we have a new merchant ship, meaning we can go ahead and buy basic beast part set again. Another sea goddess's incense. I mean, it's really good. But the problem is that it's so expensive in terms of our gold that I just don't think it's worth picking up right now. We are going to grab the hidden treasure chart B. We need to keep an eye out or a reminder here that we have this sea god's incense. If I buy it now, yes, we get plus 10 SP. But we lose all of our gold. Yeah, we'll just hold off. We'll hold off. We'll come back later. We know it's a fast travel point, but we also now get a side quest for the next treasure, which is going to be over here in usable. We can go ahead and pin this. And we can see it's right over, well, let's go ahead and face north. It's not right here, but if we head over, trying to look, I believe, so it's going to be tucked away in like a, I want to say, it's like, right? Is it over here? No. I mean, this part looks similar, but I don't think it is. Let me go. Oh, is it? I think it might be right here, actually. Let me set my marker there.
Right. Let's get going.
I wasn't expecting to be on the edge of the map.
Wow, talk about
Okay, so let's reorient ourselves here. Head north.
Look what I found.
And then, let's see. Can I break through right here? Yes, I can. We don't want to go too far. We don't want to transition to the next zone. Break the rocks and barrier up. Passing through. This is the island, so it should be like right here. We're just gonna start. Nope, there it is. And I forgot you have to hold A, so if you're in the boost, you can't actually grab it because you just skip right past it. I guess you could break right on top of it, but there we go. Let's go ahead and break and salvage. We get the Foreign Gauntlet. This is a... We also get contribution value for completing the side quest. But this is a gift for Dogi. You gave the Foreign Gauntlet to Dogi. Hey, these are real nice. Seem to be the same kind those Spanish pugilists use. With these, I think I can crush just about any wall out there. You definitely did just that back when you were Edie, at least. You're telling me you can manage it as a human, too?
Yeah.
Well, they don't call me Dogi the Wall Crusher for nothing. So, I don't know if this is a legitimate... So, this takes place right after East 2. So, I don't think they would have any time to call him Dogi the Wall Crusher. I think there's a Steam achievement titled Dogi the Wall Crusher. Essentially, he can break you out of prison in Ys 1. But you can keep sending yourself back to prison to the point where Dogi can keep breaking new walls. And it will end up at the point where there are no more walls to break and Dogi will have broken all the walls trying to get you out of prison. That's just a funny thing. Not that I remember what happened when I was a Grieger. But anyway, even though I just put these on, I can already tell they're a perfect fit. Almost like I've already been using them forever. Ah, so that's why. The metals these are made from has a shine and texture I'd know anywhere. It's the same rare ore they mined back in my hometown. Wow, really? Well, I can tell at a glance that it's quality material. Yeah, a blacksmith I know works with the stuff. Merchants would come by pretty regularly to buy it. Never expected to stumble into it out in the world, though. You hardly ever talk about your hometown. Well, our journey's just started. Hasn't really been a chance to bring it up yet. The folks back home are good people. They all looked after me when I was little. After getting a glimpse of the great wide world, you can't help but want to get out of there and show it what you can do. So I said something about coming back a bigger man and took off from town. Haven't thought about that in a while. Wonder how my childhood friends are doing. Ah, sounds like a nice place to grow up. Hard to think it's already been 6 years since I left. After that, I mostly just wandered around doing whatever. Like the chivalrous thief in Hysteria for a bit. Then I met Adol and we started this journey. Fast forward a bit, and here we are sailing the high seas. Sometimes, though, I gotta wonder. Has anything I've done so far really made me the bigger man I said I was gonna be? Ah, you're plenty big already. Yep. I'm not just talking about physically. Anyhow, we still got a fight to win in these waters. We've also got our original destination of Celceta waiting for us, so let's be sure we see this adventure through to the end. Sounds like the two only just started traveling together, and yet they already make a solid pair. Not that it compares to me and Adol as shield brethren. Not yet, Karja. Dogi's in every game and keeps traveling with Adol for like 20 or 30 years. That's right. Celceta's still waiting for us, huh? Man, what am I gonna do? Wow. So Celceta actually just came out on Switch 2, a remake of the original Celceta game, which is the next game chronologically. I actually just bought it and do plan on playing it in my free time. But with that done, that is all the stuff we actually need to go backwards for. From this point forward, we actually get to explore some of these new islands. So, we're going to go ahead and at least make our way to the next island. We're going to go ahead and go over to Fallen Island, and we want to go over here. So, we'll go ahead and just mark that. It might be easier to go from Fallen Island. We'll go from Fallen either way, though, because this will let me see an area we haven't seen recently. But this will be, I believe it's just this island right over here. And you know what? Because it's that island, let me actually, before we do that, I just want to see if we can grab a couple more of these gold pillars, just to make our traveling around a little bit quicker as we go through here. We want to be careful not to get too close to the main objective. But at the very least, we can get into a couple more ship battles this episode before we wind things down. Was that a gold one all the way out there? No, that's red. There's a gold one up here. Three gold ones. Go ahead and swing over here first. This really just makes our life easier later, as opposed to right now. But we'll grab these couple gold ones, then wind things down. Save the actual island exploring for next episode. All right, here we go. Swing up to the side of it and blow it up. All right, I want to try this new one out. This is my fast-firing one, where it shoots quicker than even rapid fire does. I think it shoots farther as well. But there we go. There's another wind for us. will go, I think tucked away back there will be a side quest later. And then we can't actually explore too much because this is a very, yeah, I think that takes us up there. This is a relatively small area compared to what we had like over here. But let's grab this gold. We're going to hold off. We won't go to that merchant ship just yet. Come over here. All right. Try to break that armor before we get broadside and then let loose. Ooh, barely hanging in there. Go ahead and drop you. And then fire our sniper shots. And then ram you. And there we go. Another wind has begun to blow.
The wind's picking up nicely now.
And finally, skipping past this merchant ship for the time being.
Is that a merchant ship?
No, it's not a merchant ship. Everybody ignore it.
I won't say no to a freebie.
We'll come over here and do the same thing once more. Just ram into this guy because that just breaks armor so fast. I haven't tried this one, right? This is my new one that also, yeah, it has like these cluster shots that stick on the ground wherever they land. Fortunately, the easiest way to break is still just regular cannon fire. It's a shame because you get all these cool new rounds and then nothing matters because regular cannon fire and your EX armaments are just so strong. Oh, we'll grab this one while we're here. This one just spawned in because we grabbed that last one. We are at the point where, like, we kind of need to start. We kind of can't keep fighting just because we are almost out of special ammo. But there we go. Don't want to go over to that red zone. New wind has begun. No. I don't want to touch that. And, okay, that's all the gold spots we see right now. So now let's go ahead and just head back over to... I will just go offshore Kowloon. Actually, no, I think it was a little bit quicker to go to rear shore of Falloon.
Okay, let's go.
And this is our destination. Let's just boost. We got 3 boosts here. We can just use it all to get us over there. We don't need to worry about riding the winds or anything. I want to clear that objective. And here we are. Our next island. This is Odd Rock Island, which we'll start exploring in the next episode. So, I will see you guys then.